So what are the top 10 mistakes made for GCSE maths? Mistake number 7 is not knowing your particular exam style and having seen how your exam board presents the whole exam, but also the questions individually. How are they actually written, laid out? What's the font like? What's the working out space like? Is it blank? Are there lines? Where do they put the marks? Is it at the top with the question? Is it at the end of the question? How is everything laid out, and how do they word or present the questions in your particular exam board? Because there is a lot of variety. So for example, Edexcel, AQA, OCR, they all present themselves differently. It might be pretty much the same syllabus, but the way they word the questions is very different. So for example, my background is in Edexcel. I can read an Edexcel question and I basically just know what is it asking me, especially the ones obviously that are very clear, but the ones that are worded and you maybe not so obvious, I know what it means by the question. I know because I'm aware of it, I'm aware of the mark schemes and how those have come out. I'm aware of previous questions and which ones are similar and go, yeah, this was actually asked before and this is what they wanted. Whereas for example, when I look at an AQA paper, sometimes I'll read the question and go, well, actually I'm not even sure what it's asking, because it could be asking this or it could be asking that, and I'm actually not really sure which way it's going, because let's say it could be interpreted in 2 different ways. But because I'm not familiar with AQA, I'm not 100% sure which method to go for, which route to go down. So you need to go through and obviously make sure you know your exam board and have a look at those past papers and those mark schemes as well. Practice the past paper questions, not just what's in your textbook or your homework. Do the actual exam board past papers and mark them yourself so that you're reading the exam board mark schemes, so you can know not only what is it asking me, what are they likely to ask me when they word it a certain way, what does it mean, but also some people, it really throws them off when they've been working with one font for the last few years and then suddenly they get into the exam and it's a complete different font. And that sounds kind of insane, but really that can actually kind of throw you off if you're not expecting it. The same with between Edexcel and AQA. Edexcel, the working out space is blank. You just have a blank sheet to kind of do your working. With AQA, they put lines. And that can really throw you off, especially if you've been doing all your maths in a square book. It could throw you off that it's blank, or it could throw you off that it's in just lines, like sentences. Either of those could throw you off, and we really don't want to get into the exam and be thrown off or be surprised by anything or be not sure about anything. So make sure you've been practicing the past papers that are specific to your exam board.